basically a lot is actually happening in the Pi network, and this is one thing we need to know right now. So you can see Pi coin price prediction as 20 million tokens exist team wallet, and this is a consign to this particular project. This is what we need to really talk about at this particular time. Like, they actually like record about 20 million tokens that exist from the team wallet, and that is kind of something we need to be curious about. So if you are currently mining Pi, or you actually have Pi in your wallet, either it is locked or you have it in your wallet to actually withdraw, I think this particular video is going to be for you. So you can stick around and let's enjoy what we are going to be talking about Pi right now. So if you check out this particular site, you're going to see is Pi 0.62 still likely. So this is like a contemplation, like thinking about if Pi is actually going to be coming back to this particular way, which is a 0.6. If you check out the current price for Pi now, Pi is currently about 0.44 thereabout, and for it to come back to 0.6, that is about 0.2 increasement, right? So for this particular down that we have about 20% of token that actually, like 20 million rather, of token that actually went ahead and leave this particular wallet. What does that actually mean? Because the more people actually sell off, that is why people are going to be having issue to actually allow the price to increase, right? So you can see the highlight of this particular project says Picoin priced triggered to about 0.6 as a double bottom pattern. Okay, so that is one about that. The next one says the token is defending support at 0.42, right? Lack of strong buying activities, right? So the buying process of this particular point is actually very poor. You can see at this, right? So the process of buying is quite very poor, and that is why the project is actually going. So once we start having dip and we start having a lot of people taking out huge amount of money out of this particular project, it's actually going to affect the price, and that is something I really want us to talk about, right? So if we see the third one says, okay, so the movement of nearly 20 million coin from this wallet links to a PAL founder has been spark concern, right? So this particular actually aspect is something we should actually put into consideration, right? So we actually noticed that 20 million of coin was actually removed from the Pi network, and this is actually like tracked to the Pi founder foundation to actually like make this particular transaction with the wallet that this was actually discovered from. Well, if you actually watch this particular video to this extent, please give this video a thumb like and hit the subscribe button for you not to miss any updates on this channel. So let's continue, right? So if we check out this particular site, you're going to see the Picoin is trending or is trading about 0.44. As I said earlier, you can see about 0.44 at this particular point. And as at July 26, which is about yesterday, we have a gain of about 0.7, right? So this is the gain that actually happened in this particular project, 0.73, right? So this is something we should know right now. And if you check out the price might actually add up to double. The price might actually add up to double after the wallet has been belonged to the founder move coin, right? But based on this, with the support of 0.4 final fill, we can reach 0.6. So can we actually reach 0.6? And that is like the consign at this particular moment, because we actually have about 0.42 at this particular moment, and with this particular huge amount of bringing it out of this particular project, with this actually project leads to 0.26, because this is actually looking a way that they are about to dump this particular project, and this is actually going to be a very bad thing if they continue to do this particular pattern. So let's recover and let's see. So Pi price pattern signal recovered to 0.06, right? So this is the thing that can actually happen for this to actually get recovered. So first thing for you, I can see the Pi is actually hitting support of 0.4, and the identification like twice on Friday. This is the middle of June thereabout. So if you actually check out, the most important part of this particular stuff is that the being able to test the support 2 times successful and create a double up, right? So let's read out this particular side. So in this side, we can actually see that the support that actually comes up before now. We can see, okay, so it has been also in the invalidated that the most common fear among the order that the Pi network price dropped back to 0.4, and the all-time low for this particular project is about, I think, 0.4 kind of stuff since it was launched. And this is like a red flag for this at this particular moment, because for this to actually comes back up, we need a huge amount of buyer at this particular site. So if you check out this particular stuff, you can see we have the Pine coin now get to about 0.52, which happens to be a link recently, and it's by just risks and jump back to 0.26, right? So from this first time since the last week of June, in this case Pi will have increased in price by more than 20% if this did not actually happen. Like, if this did actually happen, Pi will have actually gone up, because the Bitcoin actually escalated and went up very high. But the other project, you can see this is from this, right? You can see the graph of this particular moment. So if this keep happening on this particular project, there's a high probability that this particular project can keep dumping down and dumping at this particular moment. So should you buy or not? If you want to buy, you can actually check out the market and see how things are going to be. I'm going to be making more further video on you to actually see the area you can actually look into in this particular project. So if you want to buy at this particular moment, you can actually use the opportunity to get your buying at this particular peak if you actually or trust this particular project. But remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This information is for information and entertainment purpose only. So just get information and be able to like digest this and do your own personal research before you jump into any of this particular conclusion. So I'm going to be making further video, and do not forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell icon.